nhìn nhớ kết kỳ chính ya lệ bất kỳ chính hè chính đu ai nhìn sa bôi sha cả thong cả ba nghi bê. We will gather at the darkest hour in this battle with faith and power. Long as we don't lose track of sight, together we shall see the light. No one can stop us, let's stay strong. The road to a better tomorrow won't be long. Tung mai buồn chừng chia thật thật rất càng nói tiếng ghi phải sẽ có chưa đã hogi kui pavan di milki rehna hai humko jaise ho koi family. Okay, be bold and be brave and be strong and fight on, live on. It's not the end, it's a bend in the road. Let's move ahead, no stopping yet. Let's move ahead, let's not forget. Faith alone dries every tear, and when all hope seems lost, let's bow down in prayer. No matter who you believe in, there's no denying a blessing. Heal and recover, let's stand here united as one. We will gather at the darkest hour in this battle with faith and power. Long as we don't lose track of sight, together we shall see the light. No one can stop us, let's stay strong. The road to a better tomorrow won't be long.
Issued in public interest by National Health Mission Government of Meghalaya.
A hearty good evening to all the viewers tuned in, and a warm welcome to all the participants for our Quiz Wiz organized by the National Health Mission Government of Meghalaya. I am Sonia Langste and I shall be your quiz master for today's quiz. For the past few weeks, we've focused on what COVID really is and how it has affected our society at large. We have invited experts and panelists from all over the field to talk about COVID. But one such particular group is there that we have not really spoken of, and that is the students. For today's program, we are going to focus on how this affected the students at large and how thorough they are in understanding what COVID really is. Let me introduce you to our four teams today that we have with us. For Team A, we have Pine Mount School. For Team B, we have St. Anthony's Higher Secondary School. For Team C, we have Alpha English Higher Secondary School. And for Team D, we have our very own St. Edmund School. We have all our participants with us on your screen right now. Hello, everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, good evening. So how are all of you?
We're good.
We're good, ma'am.
We are fine, ma'am.
So are you ready?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we are ready.
Before we get on to the show, I would love our viewers to know more of you. And we will be knowing each and every one of you as the show goes on. But let's start it off with Team A, that is Pine Mount School. Can we please request the two students who represented Pine Mount School to please introduce yourself and just a bit so that our viewers can tune in.
Hello, everyone. A very good evening. Chelsea Double Moment from Pine Mount School. And during the pandemic, it's been hard for all of us, especially students. So to spend the time, I've read quite a lot of books. I've started to edit videos, and I play the piano as a hobby. And I'm trying to bake as well. That's all. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you
evening,
very much.
everyone. Good evening, everyone. I am Naya Langlin and I'm from Pine Mount School. During the pandemic, yes, it has been very difficult for each and every one of us. Attending online classes is not easy due to the network and the electricity. And the one thing that I've learned about after the pandemic was we should treasure each and every moment that we share with our loved ones. Like in this pandemic, we are not able to communicate properly with our loved ones in person. So I feel like we should treasure each and every moment that we share and And during the pandemic, I would also like to share that as playing the piano is my hobby and trying out new instruments is also my hobby. So that is how I've been able to spend my time during the pandemic. Yes, that is it. Thank you.
Lovely, Chelsea. And Laya, thank you so much for sharing that detail with us. So, Chelsea, just to break the ice, can you tell us how did you get so interested in media, video
I
editing, and all
think
that?
I started watching a lot of YouTube videos, and it was just amusing to me. I thought it was really hard to get into video editing, but actually there's a lot on YouTube you can learn. So I just took advantage of that.
And what is your aspiration in life?
Anything. I want to work in the medical field, but I don't know. I'm not very sure yet.
And what about you, Laya? What is your aim in life?
I want to go for medicine, but I think right now it's too early for me to decide exactly what I want to become because of uncertainties in our lives. Thank you.
What made you decide on medicine for that matter?
As a young child, I've always wanted to become want to work in the medical field or in medicine to help people. And yes, I've always wanted to help people. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that was Plymouth School. Thank you so much for your lovely introduction. As we head on the show, we'll be doing better of our other participants. To head on with the show, let's get directly to the basic rules and regulations that we have. In a total, we have 5 rounds. I repeat, in total, we have 5 rounds. For the first round, we'll be having 2 direct questions for each team, and the same will be carried forth for the second team, and the third team, and the fourth team. And we go on to the next round, and the next round as well, we'll be giving a name for it. Don't worry, as we head on, we'll be briefing you with that. And there'll be 2 questions which will be directed to each team. So you have a total of 40 marks to score in round 1 and round 2. For round 3, we'll be giving you direct questions for which these questions will also be passed. So you can score as much as you can. When the particular team cannot answer, the next team can be ready so that they can get the pass question. Am I clear? All the
Yes,
teams
ma'am.
are audible? Am I
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So for round 4, we have the visual round, and there will be no time for this. Okay? But it doesn't mean that, of course, you'll be taking 5-10 minutes. It won't be taking that long. So, and for the 5th round, we have 1 minute of time. That is the rapid fire round. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
when it comes to the timing, for the first and second round, we'll be having 20 seconds of time for each team. For the third round, we'll be giving you 30 seconds. For the 4th round, we will not be having any time barrier. And for the 5th round, we'll be having 1 minute. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are we ready, teams?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Are you a bit
ma'am.
anxious?
A
A little, ma'am.
Okay, let's break the ice. Before we head on to the actual quiz, let's just make things a bit more comfortable. Let's break the ice. Of course, we will be knowing the other participants more better in person, but I would request all the other participants to at least introduce their name. So can I please have Team B, that is St. Anthony's High Secondary School, to kindly introduce your name?
Okay. Good evening. My name is Sneha Sharma. I'm from St. Anthony's, class 12.
And hello everyone, my name is Vijay Dev. I'm from St. Anthony's as well, and I'm from class 10.
Okay. Welcome Abhijit and Sneha to our Quiz Wiz. We head on to Team C, that is Alpha English High Secondary School. Please kindly introduce yourself. Okay, because of some technical and network issues, we will be getting back on to Alpha English High Secondary School. So let's head on to Team D, that is our very own St. Edmund's School.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pranayan Datta. I'm attending school at St. Edmund's, Shillong, and I'm a student of class 9. Thank you.
Shivam? Okay. For our viewers that are tuned in, of course, this is a very difficult challenge for us as a whole, because the very concept of an online quiz is very difficult, especially in times like these where the network is really bad. So we have always tried an alternative in the sense that even if they don't come online, our technical team will be contacting them on the phone so they can be giving their answers through the phone. In that way, we can always be transparent with all the teams. Can I kindly request our other participant to kindly introduce himself?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shivam Yadav, and I'm a pupil of St. Edmund School in class 9. Thank you.
Welcome, Pranayam and Shivam. Alpha, are you online?
Yes, yeah, can be online now.
No problem. We do understand the network is a problem. It's okay. We are here for you. So can you please kindly introduce yourself?
Okay, miss. So good evening, everyone. My name is Monisha Karnayor, and I'm from Alpha High Secondary School. And my teammate name. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tamila Andrika Sichan. I am from the Alpha English High Secondary School from class 2.
So for our viewers tune in, we have with us Monisha Karnayor and Damela Wandrika Sichan from Alpha English High Secondary School, Ribhoi. To kick off with the show, let's start it off very simply. So are you teams ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So can we please have Team A, that is Pine Mount School. So Team A, Pine Mount School. Here goes round one, your very first question. How well do you know about COVID? Your first question is, what does the 19 in COVID-19 refer to? Option A, there are 19 variants of the coronavirus. Option B, there are 19 symptoms of coronavirus disease. Option C, this is the 19th coronavirus pandemic. Option D, the coronavirus and the disease it caused were identified in the year 2019. And your time stops, Team A. So what is your final answer?
Our final answer is D.
Can you please repeat?
Our final answer is option D.
Option D is the correct answer. Congratulations, Team A. Can we head on to Team B? That is St. Anthony's High Secondary School. So Team B, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here goes your first question for round one. How well do you know COVID? And your question is, which virus are the main causes of common cold? Option A, coronavirus. Option B, rhinovirus. Option C, parainfluenza. Option D, COVDI-19. And the time stops now. Team B, what is your final answer?
Ma'am, our final answer, we would like to go with option A, coronavirus.
So sorry, Team B. The actual answer is rhinovirus. The reason being, of the more than 200 viruses known to cause a symptom of common cold, the principal one is rhinovirus. They cause approximately 30 to 50% of the colds in adults. They grow optimally at temperatures near to 32.8 degrees Celsius, which is the temperature inside the human nurse. So sorry, I hope you get it right next time. And heading on to Team C. Since they will not be there online because of the network issue, we're going to talk to them on the phone. So Team C, Alpha English High Secondary School. Are you ready?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Okay, absolutely amazing. Okay. So am I audible to you, Team C?
Yes, am I audible to you, Team C? Yes, miss.
Okay. So your first question for round one, how well you know COVID is? The corona in coronavirus means option A, sun, option B, spike, option C, strong, option D, crown. What is your final answer? Team C?
Option A.
So sorry, Team C, but your answer is wrong. I hope you get it right next time. The actual answer is D, crown. Being the reason that spike proteins on these virus outer coating give them the appearance of a crown or a halo, and hence the answer is crown and not sun. So sorry, Alpha. I hope you get it right next time. Heading on to Team D, that is St. Edmund's School. St. Edmunds, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Sure.
Your first question from round one, how well you know COVID is. An effective hand sanitizer contains at least % of alcohol to kill the coronavirus and other germs. Option A, 30%. Option B, 45%. Option D, C, 60%. And option D, 80%.
Sure, I'll go with it. Sure.
Yeah, you go with it. It's C, I think so.
Yes.
You go with C.
Yeah, let him.
Yeah. Okay.
Timer.
So Team D, St. Edmunds, what is your final answer?
Ma'am, it's option C, 60%.
Congratulations. Yeah, you're 10 points. Absolutely correct. We'll be heading on to Team A again, that is Pine Mountain School. So Pine Mountain School, are you ready for your second question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Here is round one. How well do you know COVID? So your question is, when was the official name of COVID-19 issued? Option A, 19 March 2020. Option B, 11 February 2020. Option C, 26 December 2019. And option D, 24th June 2020. So, Team A, what is your final answer?
We would like to go with B, 11th Feb 2020.
Correct answer, Paimon. Congratulations on your score. The official name COVID-19 and SARS-CoV-2 were issued by the WHO on the 11th February 2020, and you got it right. Congratulations. Can we head on to Team B, that is St. Anthony's High Secondary School? So Team B, St. Anthony's, are you ready for your second question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So here goes your second question. What other viruses belong to the coronavirus family? Option A, SARS. Option B, influenza. Option C, MERS and SARS. And option D, HIV. Time's up. What is your final answer, Team B?
Ma'am, we would like to go with option C, MERS and SARS.
Congratulations, you got that right. Okay, heading on to Team C, that is Alpha English High Secondary School. Alpha English High Secondary School, are you ready? Our technical team is making them a call and most probably will be with us. Monisha and Dame, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
So here goes your second question of how well you know COVID. Staying apart from other people when you have been exposed to the coronavirus is called physical distancing, option A. Option B, isolation. Option C, quarantine. Option D, social distancing. Team C, what is your final answer?
We will go with option B, isolation.
I'm so sorry, Alpha, but you got that wrong. The actual answer is quarantine. A person who has been exposed to an infectious illness might be under quarantine to wait and see if they will become sick. Physical distancing refers to staying apart for 6 feet from someone to avoid spreading disease. Isolation is keeping someone sick with COVID-19 apart from other patients in a healthcare setting. So I'm so sorry, Team C, but I hope we get it right next time. Can we please head on to Team D, that is St. Edmund's School? Team D, St. Edmund, are you ready for your second question of how well you know COVID?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So your question is, the novel coronavirus is the same as COVID-19. Option A, true. Option B, false.
Tonight it's B.
Yeah,
It's B. I'll take the call.
please go ahead.
Team D, what is your final answer?
Ma'am, the final answer is B, false.
Congratulations, St. Edmunds, you've got that right. For all our viewers tuned in who may be in a bit of confusion, let me just want to clear it that COVID-19 is the name of the disease caused by the novel coronavirus. SARS-CoV-2 is the short for coronavirus disease 2019. So you got that right. And with this, we come to the end of round one. That is how well you know coronavirus. And with this, we shall take a break and come back with the scores for the first round. Welcome again, viewers who are all tuned in. And with that, we have the end of round one. And the scores are leading are Team A and Team D. That is Plymouth School with a score of 20 and St. Edmunds as well with a score of 20. Next, we have St. Anthony's with 10 points. And Alpha is yet to open this score. But we should not be so disheartened with Alpha because they will get on with the rounds ahead. So can we move on to round two? That is vaccine and immunity. Can we please have all the schools on board? So with all the schools on screen, I would like to repeat one more time that on the leading score charts, we have Team A, that is Plymouth School, and Team D, that is St. Edmund School, with 20 points each. On the second phase, we have Team B, St. Anthony's, with 10 points, and Alpha is yet to open its account. So all the best teams for the rounds ahead. Moving on to round 2, we have vaccine and immunity. So can please, we have with us Team A, that is Plymouth School, for your first question. You'll be given a time of 20 seconds, after which we'll be accepting your final answer. So Team A, Plymouth, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here goes your first question of round 2, vaccine and immunity. In India, when did the second phase of COVID-19 vaccination start? Option A, December 2020. Option B, January 2021. Option C, February 2021. And option D, March 2021. Time's up, Team A. So what is your final answer?
Our final answer is option D, March 2021.
Congratulations, Plymouth School. You've got that right as well. Moving on to Team B. That is St. Anthony's High Secondary School. We have with us Abhijit and Sneha. Abhijit and Sneha, are you ready for your second question for vaccine and immunity round?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In a study, which cells are found in COVID-19 patients for long-term immunity? Option A, P cells. Option B, D cells. Option C, T cells. And option D, endothelial cells. Time's up, Team B, St. Anthony's. So what is your final answer?
Ma'am, we would go with option C, T cell.
Congratulations, St. Anthony's. You've got that right. Moving on to Team C, that is Alpha English High Secondary School. Alpha English High Secondary School, Monisha and Dame, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here we go. Name the world's first COVID-19 vaccine registered for human use. Option A, BNT162. Option B, Picovac. Option C, Sputnik V. And option D, Pfizer. Time's up. So what is your answer, Team C?
Miss, we will go with option C, Sputnik V.
Congratulations, Alpha. Great job on that one. Russia became the first country in the world to register COVID-19 vaccine named Sputnik V. Moving on to Team D, that is St. Edmund School. Team DC Edmonds, are you ready for your first question on vaccine and immunity round 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Name a clinical trial in which blood is transfused from recovered COVID-19 patients to a coronavirus patient who is in critical condition. A. Plasma therapy. B. Solidarity. C. Remdesivir. D. Hydrochloroquine.
Shivam, it's A. I guess I'll go with it.
Yeah, you go with it. It's A.
Yes, it's A. It's A.
Yeah.
Time's up. So Team D, what is your final answer?
Ma'am, we would like to go with A. Plasma therapy.
Congratulations, Team D. You've got that right. Moving on, let's head back to Team A, that is Pine Mount School, represented by Chelsea and Laya. Team A, are you ready?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
What is coronavirus? Option A, it is a large family of virus. Option B, it belongs to the family of nidovirus. Option C, both A and B are correct. Option D, only A is correct. Time's up. So Team A, Pine Mount, what is your final answer?
We would like to go with option C.
Can you please repeat that?
We would like to go with option C.
Congratulations, Pine Mount School. You've got that right as well. Heading on to the next team. We have with us Team B, St. Anthony's High Secondary School. So Abhijit and Sneha, are you ready for your next question?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Which vaccine is India's homegrown vaccine? Option A, Covishield. Option B, Sputnik V. Option C, Covaxin. And option D, Pfizer. Time's up. Team B, what is your final answer?
Ma'am, we would go with option C, Covaxin.
Congratulations, St. Anthony's, you've got that right. Covaxin is India's indigenous COVID-19 vaccine by Bharat Biotech. It is developed in collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research. So you've got that right. Heading on to Team C, that is Alpha English Higher Secondary School. Monisha and Dame, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here goes your question. What is the minimum recommended gap between two doses of Covishield vaccine? Option A, 8 to 11 weeks. Option B, 4 to 8 weeks. Option C, 12 to 16 weeks. Option D, 16 to 18 weeks. Time's up. So Team C, Alpha English High Secondary School, what is your final answer?
12 to 16 weeks.
Is that option C? Congratulations, Alpha, you got that correct. Heading on to Team D, that is St. Edmund's School. Team D, St. Edmunds, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And your question is, in RT-PCR tests, what does RT stand for? Option A, respiratory tract. Option B, rail treatment. Option C, rail time. Option D, reverse transcription.
So I'll go with it. Oh,
Trinayan, it's D. I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I will go with it. Okay, fine.
okay.
Time's up. Team D, what is your final answer?
Sure.
Ma'am, it's D, reverse transcription.
Congratulations, Team D, you got that right as well. For all our viewers who are tuned in, we've been hearing this term, RT-PCR tests, almost all the very time. So what does this really mean? RT-PCR test is a test to detect the genetic material from a specific organism, such as a virus. With that, we come to the end of round 2. We'll be declaring the scores for round 2 very shortly. And we'll be
Alex! Oi Alex!
Oi!
Ano mo dyan?
Sino ko nila step?
Eh, may pakre na.
Sino mo li?
O may lakyat. Haba uwi po uwi ng susong, di man pandiap gacing IT ka, kanang may adaan o kanyang jipang COVID-19. May apa lakyat.
Klala nga.
Kina ke?
Tawa mo ta, likla nga siya.
Oh, IT.
Ta?
May empat pura akhirnya itu jing kreat jing to.
Sakain pat.
Biliat ang ubi gamas.
Habiak na talay kita.
Haba, katkum kain sa kaw batamay. Kanang may adaan o kanyang jipang COVID-19. Ngidan kamban yang art talaga mas. Kawi mila diang itu ka surgical mask. Kawi bat ka change mask na lor mo. Kanang makamsingan jisyo.
Ah, nandun na lang ah.
Netang chudon da. Kina ni sim.
Tawa mo.
Up, nagpudugpora, sino ka na iwarang kamay.
To, kung kanay.
Oh, kung to man.
Kung may talang supaya na COVID.
Kung to man, sibon na yada. Tang kawi may di mo kamaw. Stang ladang idiyang naka N95 mask. Gindan kamera bandiyang artili ka mask. Tang ka N95 lang yan. Mas kawi? Kemau ka ID. Haba mila ay vaccine, watch clear ka ID.
Lara.
Oh, sim kam na rin eh.
Oh, helmet mo.
And traffic ruli.
National Health Mission, Government of Meghalaya.
Welcome back, viewers, and you're tuned in for our Quiz Wiz with me, Sonia Langste. Before we head on to the future rounds, I want to involve the audience as well. So now, to put in a bit of a twist and a bit of surprise for our audience, we have 2 questions for which they can answer and for which prizes will be given. The numbers are 93627666703. The numbers will be flashed on the screen as we move on, and the 2 questions will be put forth. The conditions for which the audience can claim these prizes are that both the answers have to be correct, then only will they be eligible for entry. Answers received after the show ends will not be accepted, so you have to be tuned in and the answers should come in before the show ends. The winner will be selected randomly by the computer, and the prize winners will be declared on our next episode, that is on the 2nd of October, that is the coming Saturday. So for the audience out there, our first question is, name the app developed by the National Health Mission, Government of Meghalaya on COVID-19 pandemic. It is available in Khasi, Garo, and in English, and can be found from Google Play Store or Apple Play Store. So that is your first question. And our second question is, when did Meghalaya record 0 new COVID death since the second wave of the pandemic, where we recorded 0 death? So those are the 2 questions. They will be displayed on the screen at all times as we proceed in the show. So please feel free to comment or to even text your answers to 93627666743. Heading on towards the show, can we please have Team B with us? That is St. Anthony's High Secondary School, represented by Sneha and Abhijit. Hello, Sneha and Abhijit.
Hello, ma'am.
Can you please share with me and viewers present more about yourself and how you've been spending your time in this pandemic, and what are the things that has really changed you, or what have you realized throughout this pandemic as a whole?
The COVID was, of course, really a new experience for all of us. But for me, it ended up giving me, the biggest fear of my life. And that is the spectacles. I never wanted to have these, but I ended up having these because I was caught up with so many digital devices, mobile phones, laptops, and all those things. Of course, I gained a lot of knowledge, but I gained this as well. So a gift from the pandemic, which I got. So now I would like to pass on to Abhijit.
Well, my pandemic started out as the laziest pandemic, you could say, because in the beginning there was nothing interesting about it or nothing serious about it. I just enjoyed being home, thought of it as a vacation. Then when the online classes started rolling in, it hit me hard. It hit me too hard.
How did you manage your time?
Yes, that's the actual problem, because when you're home, you're lazy the whole throughout the day, and doing these online classes and all, it's very hard to manage the time. Very hard, I would say, for me. And I don't.
As students, if you were to give any excuses for bunking classes online, what would the excuse you would use? Because it's the pandemic, all of us are home. So which excuse would you have said?
The most common one is the net is not working. Exactly.
Very true, very true.
It's not our fault, it's the net's fault. It's not working.
Also, in my area, there's no internet connectivity, or the electricity is off. That's one of the greatest excuses.
Okay, that is something that we all heard, and I think most of your teachers are also tuned in. So you know your excuse now. So you have to be ready with some other excuses next time besides the internet connection.
Yes, ma'am.
So this was basically revealing our secret of not attending the classes.
Now we'll try.
Nice to meet you guys.
Okay.
Okay then, can we please? That is Alpha English High Secondary School. Hello, Manisha and Dame.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very sad that we can't see you on screen. We would have loved to have you with us, and our viewers would have loved to see you.
Okay, we'll try, ma'am.
I know this is a very difficult age to fix the internet connection, but I hope with time things will improve. Can you please tell us more about yourselves, Monisha and Dame? What is your school environment like? How the pandemic has been for you and your family? What have you learned? Anything which is very different?
Yes, ma'am.
How has this pandemic been for you so far?
This pandemic have been like a lot of challenging for us because as we are from the rural area, we have to face a lot of network connectivity problem. And
yes, I do understand.
And we have experienced a lot of new things like online classes is just a new thing for us, and we have never experienced it. And we have explored many new things from the internet and from the online class. We have developed some new skills.
Besides academics and studies, is there anything extra that you like to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Please share with us. I'm sure the viewers would love to know, and so would I.
Besides studies and academic, I tried learning new things like cooking, stitching, and all. And then,
So if I ever come to visit you in Ribhoi, would you ever cook a special meal for me?
of course, miss, it will be our pleasure.
No, the pleasure would be all mine. The pleasure would be all mine. We'll be knowing more of you as the show goes on. Now let's head over to round 3 of our quiz. Before we head on to round 3, we would like to share the scores of our round 2 and the complete total. So we have with us for Team A, for round 2, we have 20 points, that is from Pinon School. For round 2, from Team B, St. Anthony's, we have 20 points. For Team C, we also have 20 points. And for Team D, we also have 20 points. All the schools have done so well that they got all the answers correct. Thank you, teams. Okay, let's kick it off to round 3. That is vaccine and Meghalaya. So Team A, Pai Mount School, can we please have you? Team A, Pai Mount School, are you ready for your first question of vaccine and Meghalaya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a friendly reminder to you and to the other teams that this is a pass round question. So if you are unable to answer this question, it will be passed on to the other teams and they will have a time of 5 seconds to answer it. And the first answer will be counted as your final answer. And if it is wrong, it will be passed to the other teams. and a total of 5 marks shall be given as the pass question. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, Paimount School, Team A, we have your first question, that is vaccine and Meghalaya. Who is the ultimate authority of granting approval for vaccine in India? And there will be no options for this round. Who is the ultimate authority for granting approval for a vaccine in India? And you have 30 seconds to answer.
Chelsea, I can't hear you. Chelsea?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
What got you to it?
I think it's Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Time's up, Team A.
Union
What is
Ministry
the
of
final
Health and
answer?
Family Welfare. Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare.
Pass to Team B, that is St. Anthony's. You have 5 seconds.
Ma'am, it's the Chief Minister of Meghalaya.
Pass. Team C, Alpha Higher Secondary School. You have 5 seconds. Okay, time's already up for Team C. The pass question goes to Team D, that is St. Edmund's School. You have 5 seconds.
It's 8 o'clock.
Ma'am, it's Indian
Government
Council
of India.
Medical.
Can you please
Indian
repeat that?
I see.
I'm very sorry to all the participants, but all your answers are wrong. The correct answer is the ultimate authority for granting approval for a vaccine or any other drug is the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, the CDSCO. It's okay, I hope you get it right the next time. It was your first question, so it's obvious that it had to be tough. Heading on to Team B for your direct question for 10 marks, and you have 30 seconds to answer. Your question is, Team B, Abhijit and Sneha St. Anthony's, which company manufactures COVDI-19? Time's up. Team B, St. Anthony's, what is your final answer?
Is it AIMS?
Can you repeat that?
AIMS, AIIMS.
So sorry, it is passed over to Team C, that is Alpha English High Secondary School.
It is manufactured by the Bharat Biotech Limited.
Absolutely correct, Team C. You have a score of an extra bonus of 5 points. So sorry, St. Anthony's, I hope you get it right for the next question. Okay, Team C, Alpha English High Secondary School. Are you ready for your direct question? Alpha English High Secondary School.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready for your direct question?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll be given 30 seconds just after I read the question, and after which, if you cannot be able to answer it, it will be passed to the other team.
Okay, ma'am.
So your question is, which is the first Indian state to administer the first dose of COVID vaccine up to 100% of the adult population? I repeat, which is the first Indian state to administer the first dose of COVID vaccine to 100% of the adult population? Time's up. Alpha English Higher Secondary School. What is the final answer?
Sikkim.
Chicken. Did I just hear chicken? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm sorry, your answer is wrong. This question is passed to the next team. That is Team D, St. Edmund School.
Sure, ma'am, go with it.
You have 5 seconds.
Go with it.
Ma'am, it's Himachal Pradesh.
Congratulations, St. Edmunds. You have a score of 5 points. Team D, for your direct question, are you ready, St. Edmunds School?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And your direct question is, which is the world's first DNA vaccine against COVID-19? Which is the world's first DNA vaccine against COVID-19? And your time starts now.
You have any idea, Tisnayan?
I can just guess.
Which one?
I can just guess, okay?
Which one?
I'm not sure of the answer. Maybe it's Covishield. Should go, I don't know.
Yeah, it might be Covishield. You go with Covishield.
Time's up. Team D, St. Edmunds, what is your final answer?
Ma'am, Covishield.
So sorry, pass to Team A, that is Pine Mountain School. You have 5 seconds. Chelsea, please unmute your mic.
COVDI-19.
Can you please repeat that?
COVDI-19.
Can you please spell the first few words?
ZYCOVD-19.
Congratulations, Pine Mountain School, you are absolutely right. For all those who are unaware what this really is, the DNA vaccine, COVDI, is developed by the Ahmedabad-based Zydus Cadila Group and was approved after evaluation of interim phase 3 clinical trial results in consultation with the subject expert committee of the CDSCO, that is the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. That was a very tough question, so congratulations, Pine Mountain, on knowing that. Okay, heading on to your direct question, Team A. Are you ready for your direct question, Team A? Pine Mountain School?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In which month the first case of COVID-19 was recorded in Meghalaya? In which month the first case of COVID-19 was recorded in Meghalaya?
Yes. Ma'am, our final answer is April 2020.
Even though your time was already clocked because of technical issues, and your answer is absolutely correct. The correct answer was April 14, 2020. But because you got the month right, so you got that point right. So congratulations, Pine Mountain School. Heading on to Team B, that is St. Anthony's. Are you ready for your direct question, St. Anthony's?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here goes your direct question. Which district in Meghalaya currently accounts for the lowest COVID cases? Which district in Meghalaya currently accounts for the lowest COVID cases up to the 25th of September? Time's up, St. Anthony's, Team B. So what is your final answer?
Ma'am, the answer would be South Garo Hills.
Congratulations, St. Anthony's, you've got that right. Heading on to Team 3, Team C, that is Alpha. Can you please have you on board? Alpha?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your question is, who is the Health Minister of Meghalaya? Time's up. Alpha English High Secondary School, Team C, what is your final answer?
Sanbor Chulai.
Pass to Team D.
I'll take the call.
Wait, Shivam.
You have 5 seconds.
I checked it again. It's not President. It's James Sangma.
Congratulations, St. Edmunds. James Sangma was currently just appointed as the Health Minister of Meghalaya. Heading on to Team D, that is St. Edmunds, for your final question. Are you ready, St. Edmunds?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the total number of COVID-19 positive cases detected in Meghalaya till the 25th of September 2021? That was yesterday. What is the total number of COVID-19 positive cases detected in Meghalaya in 25 and 2021? You don't have to give me the exact number, but a range close to it.
80,000. It's around 80,000. Then I'll go with it, okay?
Yeah, you go with it. I have no idea on this stuff.
Time's up, Team D. So St. Edmunds, what is your final answer?
Miss around 80,000.
Congratulations. The actual number is 80,789 cases. So you got the range close by correct, so we are giving that to you. With that, we come to the end of round 3, and I do understand that it was a bit difficult. How was it your experience for round 3 or the participants?
It's a hard time.
What do you think was the hardest question, if you remember?
I guess the ones that was asked to Pine Mountain School about the vaccine, DNA vaccine.
Yeah, that one.
The authority, the issuing authority that no one knew. Okay, so now you know, and so do we, and so do the viewers. Okay, with this, we're going to take a short break and we'll come back with the scores and a new round.
Hey Gongdeng, where to? Seems like somewhere special.
Yes,
It's special. I am very proud to be a part of India's largest vaccination drive.
Are you not worried?
Why will I be? Instead, I should be worried if I'm not vaccinated.
But people are saying so many things.
People will always have something to say.
Will it really protect me from COVID?
Vaccination doesn't mean you are 100% COVID proof, but your immune system will be strong enough to fight even if you contract COVID-19 and it is not life-threatening.
I heard it has severe side effects.
There may be mild side effects like fever or chills or maybe headache, but that's normal. It will wear off on its own.
But is it really safe?
Of course, it is absolutely safe and backed up by medical professionals. Doctors, engineers, politicians, and many more are chosen from all sections of the society to be vaccinated.
Yes, you are right. I will also get vaccinated immediately.
Don't waste your time anymore listening to fake news and gossip. Take a decision to get vaccinated with confidence.
National Health Mission, Government of Meghalaya.
Hey, ban ngam so shat na do nen ka si ngam thrai ba ngam sa shat tang ba ngam so pheri ai.
Chayo.
Nga so talot nga so so kriat nga thrai nga dan kam le check up.
Kapan toy male check up. Kapan toy. Sa jam hi. Kani kadai ka jing kawak sun beneng.
Ni ban jerho da kisni bat ka kriat. Nga dan kam le check up. Pe ya to ka phone udan u helpline number ba ong ti kong asam ni.
Onam le bakla kam le mangamo. Ada mapi de mano na kayeng jong pi. Kidon ka jing sitom. Kum kejar ho kesit penhiar smuthaj duna ka jing ring men sem duna ki bor jing mat pat bor jing sma si sundan kide man sat slung ilade pat kide malik test no ilade no COVID-19 deng artli ki mas hayeng ru atong igba hayeng ken le komjo
ngadan bok bangalayo jingkat nai shem kabu tes lade bat wa jing rap kerke lada dan kam haba fidan kum kanu ke jingpang ken mau ke jing sumare lade kade kadawai.
Issued in public interest by National Health Mission, Government of Meghalaya.
Welcome back, viewers, to another round, another session of our Quiz Wiz, and this is Sonia Nangste. So before we head on to the other rounds, let's just look at the scores that we have for all the teams. For round 3, that is the direct questions, we had Plymouth scoring a total of 15. We had St. Anthony's Team B scoring a total of 10. We had Team C Alpha scoring a total of 5. And we had St. Edmunds scoring a total of 20. And the total score line after all the rounds so far is Plymouth with 55, St. Anthony's leading with 60 points. So can we please have all the schools on board, please? So participants, you've all heard your scores and you still have time to change the game.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Can you please add us? We are trying to come to the screen.
Is this Monisha?
Yes, from Alpha English High Secondary School.
Okay, just wait a minute. We will contact with our technical team and they will help you out. So as we're trying to connect Monisha and Dame, can we please have St. Edmunds with us? and we would love to know more about you. Team D, St. Edmunds, represented by Shubham Yadav and Trinayam Datta.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Trinayam Datta. As you know, I'm studying at St. Edmunds School, Shillong. I'm a student of class 9. My hobbies are playing cricket.
Trinayam, can you be a bit louder? If we can hear you better, please.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are absolutely audible.
So, good evening to everyone. My name is Trinayam Datta. I'm from St. Edmunds School, Shillong, student of class 9. My hobbies are playing cricket, playing the guitar, and singing. So, throughout the pandemic, the sudden shift to digital teaching was really challenging for students, but it appears that we adapted quickly to the new situation. And firstly, it was quite hard for many of us to adhere to the new routine. No, so it was not a normal life for us. So the normalcy of our lives came to a pause. So now we're trying to.
I agree with you.
Trying to keep positive mindset and just trying to go with the situation. That's all. Thank you. Over to you, Shubham.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shubham.
I completely agree with Trinayam, because I do understand we as adults, we see our lives as mishandled because of the pandemic. We cannot go to our works, but we fail to understand the purview of students and what they are facing in their own homes. You don't get to go to your schools. You've been passing, I think, 1 classes or 2 classes without even going to a proper school, a proper classroom. But we should try to see this as a very positive aspect, as in we can multitask when we are doing this online classes. That is one thing. No doubt there's a lot of strain, and hence when we have this opportunity in talking to you all as participants, we want to understand your hardships of what you really went through the pandemic and how has it affected you, and whether was there any silver lining behind this pandemic. Is there anything that you've learned that you couldn't have learned in the normal times? So can we have something from Shubham?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shubham Yadav, and I'm a pupil of class 9 in St. Edmunds School. During this lockdown, my focus has been on removing that distress which was caused due to external stimuli like, heavy workload, regular long hours of classes, and that was loneliness, emptiness somewhere. And, then by the grace of, by the divine grace of the Lord, I was influenced to turn to Him for my answers, and He just showed me the way to spirituality, which was exactly what I was lacking. I read my holy book during this lockdown from 2020 to 2021, and the name of my holy book is Bhagavad Gita, which gave me some spiritual assets like to work for pleasure of God and to practice hard, to tackle different kinds of situation is what makes one grow in every kinds of situation. And how to reach the supreme. And we had a loving bond. I think I shared a loving bond with my Lord, and and I dedicated my every particular work to Him. This is the reason why spirituality has influenced me to such an extent that it has affected my actions as well as my thoughts and my behavior. So I'm very grateful to the Lord for bestowing His causeless mercy upon me so that I could interpret Him and gain His divine knowledge and get the real life problems solved by His divine answers. Thank you so much.
What do you aspire in life? What do you aspire in life?
Ma'am, I want to become a physicist in general, ma'am.
Okay. And what about you, Trinayam?
Ma'am, I'm really interested in the technical field, like programming and all. And the main aim of my life is actually to become a good person, because if you become a good person, the door of many opportunities are going to open for you.
Thank you so much, Trinayam, for saying that, because as adults, we're so focused on the luxurious parts of our life, the materialistic things in our life, that we fail to understand the basic need of humanity. I thank you so much. I feel it is an honor on my part to meet you students and have a different perspective at life, because the pandemic has not just hit the adults, the laborers, the workers, the firefighters, but even the students as a whole. And when we have this chance to talk to you face to face, we really understand the need of what has been going on, what has affected, and what is the outcome of all these things. And then I am thank you so much for saying that despite all our aspirations in life, the biggest goals that we have in life, but most important thing is that we need to be a good human being. And I think that all our participants will agree with that, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So welcome Monisha and Dame. We've missed you throughout the show because we've been only hearing your voice and we've been unable to see you. So I'm really happy that I can see you online now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can we please have Monisha and Dame on screen, please? We spoke earlier, but the connection, I didn't feel the strong connection that we had to with the audience and the viewers and I myself. So can you please just hit back on what you just said earlier? You know, just a small little brief on about yourself, about your school.
So as I have said that time, during this pandemic and all the lockdown, as you have seen, we have gone through all the online classes, which we have never ever experienced in our life. It was just a new thing for us. It was a bit challenging, but it was fun to explore new things. And as for myself, I've never been so much in the phone or in technical gadgets and all. It was my first time using new gadgets like a phone, and sometimes I just use my elders' laptops and all for online classes.
So thank you, Manisha and Dame. I hope we'll meet each other someday face to face when the pandemic is a bit slowed down. Of course, it cannot just disappear, but with time, it will fade away. So let's head on to the fourth round. But before that, I want to repeat the question that is posed for the audience. So as in your screen above you've seen, you can either text your message to the number 93627666743, or you can comment in the NHM page, Meghalaya official page, or in the YouTube page. So the very conditions for you to get this answer right are that both the answers have to be correct in order to be eligible for valid entry. The answers received should be before the show ends. The winner will be selected randomly by the computer, and the prize winners will be declared by our next live episode, that is on the 2nd of October. So the first question is, name the app developed by the National Health Mission Government of Meghalaya on COVID-19 pandemic. It's available in Khasi, Garo, and English, and can be downloaded from the Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. And your second question, audience, when did Meghalaya record 0 new COVID deaths from the first time since the second wave of the pandemic? So fill in your entries and join in so that you can actually win prizes. So participants, are we ready for round 4? That is the visual round. Can we please have the participants on board? Okay. This round shall not be a pass round, and there's no time limitation, so you can take your time in answering. But of course, I do understand. I think you do understand that you cannot take 10 minutes, 20 minutes to answer this, right? And of course, we have the luxury of being at home. So I'm sure your parents might be around helping you. Okay, jokes apart. Are we ready to kick in for round 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can we please have the visual image on screen? Identify this personality.
Ma'am, we'd like to give our final answer as Mr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus.
Congratulations, Spino. He is the director of the World Health Organization, and you've got that correct. Just a friendly reminder, this round carries 10 marks as the other questions, so you have your 10 marks. Can we head on to Team B at the St. Anthony's High Secondary School? Team B, are you ready for your visual round?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. Please identify this personality. There is no time restraint. You can think about it and answer it.
Is it Harshvardhan Singh?
No.
We'd like to pass it.
There is no past question. So this will be the only image that you will have. So we'll be giving you one more chance because there's no time restraint and there's only one visual.
Mami, I don't think we'll see it.
Okay, okay. So the answer is this personality is the Union Health Minister of India. He is Mansukh Lal Mandavia. He is the Union Health Minister of India. Okay, no worries, St. Anthony's. Let's head on to Team C, that is Alpha English High Secondary School. Team C, Alpha English High Secondary School. Are you ready for your visual round?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can we please have the image on screen? There is no time restraint, so think properly and answer.
It's Dr. Forsi. Forshi.
It's
Can you spell it, please?
Faucin.
You're very close by. So let's do this again. Just pronounce it properly, please, because his name is quite longer, but he's famously known by this name. So get this correct spelling and you will get your marks. Or you can pronounce it properly also, you know.
It's Dr. Fauci, Fauci.
Congratulations. Okay, this is behind the question. No marks for this, but do you know who he is?
Director of National
They're on the screen now.
Director of
He's the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, USA. USA was severely affected because of the pandemic, and he was always on the news because of this reason. Okay, so you have your 10 points. Congratulations, Alpha. Let's head on to Team D, that is St. Edmund's School. Team D, can you please identify this personality?
Sure, wait.
There's no time restraint.
I don't.
Just wait. Don't.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really. I don't know this personality.
Don't jump into confusion.
Trillium, do you want to try?
Is it Carrie B. Mullis?
Congratulations, Trillium. Yes, he is Carrie Banks Mullis. He is the inventor of the RT-PCR tests and has been awarded a Nobel Prize in 1993. Sadly, passed away in the year 2019. So good guesswork, if it was a guesswork, and it worked. So with that, we come to the end of round 4, and we'll be heading on to the rapid fire round. We'll be taking a very short break, and we'll be getting back to you. We welcome you back for our final round of the segment of our Quiz Wiz, and now we're going to head on to the rapid fire round. But before that, let's check out the score and who's heading on the total marks. In the last round, we had Team A, that is Plymouth, score a total of 10. Team B, St. Anthony's, not being able to score. Team C, that is Alpha English Higher Secondary School, scoring a total of 10. And Team D, St. Edmunds, having a score of 10 as well. And the total we have with us, leading the pack, is St. Edmunds, that is Team D, with 70 points. In second rank, we have Plymouth School with a total of 65. On our third, we have St. Anthony's with a score of 40. And third, lastly, we have Alpha English with a score of 35. So we have with us the rapid fire round. Can we please have all the teams on board? Okay, hello teams, one again. This is your final round, and this is the rapid fire round. Just as the name suggests, it's going to be rapid and it's going to be on fire. So you have 1 minute with a maximum of 5 questions. And if you do not know the answer, pass it. These questions are not going to be passed to the other teams, so it's just going to be between you and your teammate. So can we have Team A, Pine Mountain School with us? Each question shall carry a total of 10 marks, so a total of 50 marks. So this can be a game changer for you all. Okay, are we ready, Pine Mountain School?
Yes, ma'am.
You have 1 minute. And it will start as soon as I start asking the questions. Okay. Your time starts now. Which vaccine is made up of killed coronavirus, making it safe to be injected into the body?
I'm pretty sure it's COVAXIN.
COVAXIN? Okay.
COVAXIN.
Correct. What is the full form of SARS-CoV-2?
Severe acute respiratory syndrome.
Coronavirus 2.
Coronavirus 2.
Correct. Name the first person to be vaccinated with the first dose in Meghalaya.
Charleston Susni.
Correct. We should keep dash meter or feet distance from others while in public. Fill in the dash.
6 feet.
6 feet.
Correct. What does COVID-19 stand for?
Coronavirus disease 19. Coronavirus
Correct.
disease 19.
So with that, Pine Mountain School, you got all your questions correct and you have 50 marks in your chamber. Congratulations. Okay. Next, Team B, St. Anthony's High Secondary School. Are you ready for your rapid fire round?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your time starts now. For Covishield production, the gene for the coronavirus spike protein is added to another virus. What is that virus called?
MERS.
Wrong. Next. What is the full form of ARD?
Pass.
Dash cells produces antibodies.
Mast cells.
Can you please repeat that again?
Mast cells.
Wrong. Where was the first case of novel coronavirus identified?
Karnataka.
Can you please repeat that?
Karnataka.
Wrong. Your fifth question, B117, is the name of which variant of coronavirus?
Beta.
Wrong. Let's go back to the first question. For Covishield production, the gene for coronavirus spike protein is added to another virus. What is that virus called?
Pass.
What is the full form of ARD?
Pass.
Dash cells produces antibodies.
White blood cells.
Wrong. You have 10 seconds left. What was the first case of novel coronavirus identified in the world?
Kerala.
In the
Wrong.
world.
B117 is the name of which variant of coronavirus?
Gamma.
Gamma.
Time is up, St. Anthony's. We're very sorry that our timer could not come on screen, but our timekeepers were very vigilant with time. And so sorry, St. Anthony's, but maybe it's because you were nervous or something, because I'm sure you do know the answers. Your first question was for COVID shield production. The gene for the coronavirus spike protein is added to another virus. What is that virus called? Adenovirus. The second question is what is the full form of ARD? Acute respiratory disease. Your third question was dash cells produces antibodies. It's plasma cells. This is a question you should have known. Your fourth question was, where was the first case of novel coronavirus identified? It is Wuhan, Hubei. Yes. See, we didn't say in the world because we've already said the word novel. Novel means first, very birth, and that is Wuhan. Okay? And your fifth question was B117 is the name of which variant of coronavirus? It's alpha variant, the very topmost. So I'm very sorry, St. Anthony's, but you couldn't get that right. It's okay, you don't have to be distressed and upset. It's just a quiz. It's for all our knowledge. Can we please have Team C with us? That is Alpha English High Secondary School, Vibhai. Monisha and Dame, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you nervous?
Little bit.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Okay. Your time is 1 minute and it starts now. Where is COVDI manufactured in India?
Serum Institute of India.
Which state? Okay, that will be accepted, correct? Next. What is the full form of RT-PCR test?
Reverse transition. Reverse transition pass.
Your time is running out.
Pass.
Name the first person to be vaccinated with the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine in India. First dose of COVID vaccine in India. 10 seconds left.
Pass.
Which state in India has the highest number of active corona cases?
Maharashtra.
Wrong, and your time is up. So sadly, you couldn't get most of the questions, but we are going to give that first answer to you. Where is the COVID shield manufactured in India? You give the correct answer. That is the Serum Institute of India, Pune. The second question is, what is the full form of RT-PCR test? If you did pay attention to earlier, then you would have known the answer to that question. That is the other question that was posed for the other teams. So the answer is reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. Your third question was, name the first person to be vaccinated with the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine in India. And that is Manish Kumar. Your fourth question is, which state in India has the highest number of active corona cases? It is Kerala. You said Maharashtra because it's a very big state, but the actual answer is Kerala. The fifth question, which we could not ask, was in terms of protection, what does PPE mean? Do you know the answer? Even though we will not be giving points for that, but do you know the answer? What does PPE mean?
Personal protection equipment.
Yes, correct. See, time is one thing, but no worries, you could answer at least one. So let's head on to Team D. That is St. Edmund's School. St. Edmund's Team D, are you ready for your rapid fire round?
Ma'am, I guess Shubham.
Where's Shubham? Can you just call him?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just.
Okay.
Me.
Yes.
Okay, we are waiting for you. Okay, are you ready, St. Edmunds?
Ma'am, Shubham froze.
It's okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah, we
should I
have
call
to
you?
start.
Yes,
Can be on the
yes,
phone
ma'am.
still. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Remember, you have 1 minute and do not delay your time. So your time starts now.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the 3 W's of COVID safety protocol?
It's not there on the screen, ma'am.
I beg your pardon, ma'am.
Don't worry about the time. The timekeeper is already on it. Because of technical issues, we cannot put that on screen right now, but your time is going on. What are the 3 W's of COVID safety protocol? What are the 3 W's of COVID safety protocol?
Wait. Wear a mask, wash your hands, watch your distance.
Correct. Next, which variant of COVID-19 virus is considered as most contagious?
The Delta variant.
Correct. Next, Pfizer and Moderna are mRNA-based vaccine. What does mRNA stand for?
Which one? Ribonucleic acid. Messenger
Your answer is
ribonucleic
incomplete.
acid. Messenger ribonucleic acid.
Correct. To avoid the spread of COVID-19, you should wash your hands for at least dash seconds.
20.
Correct. What is the recommended period of quarantine in India? Your time is up, St. Edmunds. We will not be accepting your answers anymore after the 1 minute. But you can give me your answer even though your point will not be counted.
10.
No, actually that is wrong. And the answer is 14 days. So all your answers were correct except for one. So with that, we come to the end of this quiz and we'll be coming back very shortly with the scores of all the teams. Welcome viewers and all our participants for our last leg of the show. That is the announcement of the scores and the winners. So welcome all participants on board. Before we head on to the scores, I would like to convey from our side and from the side of the National Health Mission, Government of India, a round of applause for all our participants for their participation. We do understand the challenge of an online quiz. We apologize from our side if we made any other mistakes when it came to the timing, but thank you for bearing with us. The running of the quiz was very smooth. So before we head on to the score, do you have any guess who is leading?
Ma'am, I guess it's a tie between PM and admins.
Okay. Okay, without further ado, before we head on to the scores, to make it more anxious, what is the one thing you've learned from this quiz? Can I please
I've
have
learned about COVID.
first?
Time is important. We must know how to manage our time.
What about the others?
I think we've learned quite a lot about COVID. We thought we knew, especially my partner and I, when we were researching, but we realized there was a lot to learn. There's still a lot to learn.
Yes, exactly.
So that is one misconception we all have. Because even as your quiz master, I have to be very honest, most of these things are very new to me. All of you have been so wonderful that you have answered. If someone posed these questions to me, I don't think I would have been able to answer even one. So that is one misconception that we have. And another misconception is of fake news. So by this quiz, we want to spread awareness that what we think we know, we don't really know, unless we are really into it. And St. Edmunds, what have you learned?
Ma'am, we got to learn about many things we didn't know regarding COVID.
For example?
Ma'am, for example, the first DNA vaccine that was developed.
Okay. And what about St. Anthony's? What have you learned from this whole quiz?
Ma'am, the same things that the admin said, that the things which we didn't know about COVID, we have learned. Some of the things that we missed out on, we have learned those.
Okay. So with that, we come to the end of this segment, and I would like to announce the score that the team who has won the show is Pine Mount School with a total of 115 points. Our second place is St. Edmunds with 110 points. Our third team is Alpha English High Secondary School with 45 points. But nonetheless, we have St. Anthony's with us with 40 points, have also done quite well. So can we please have a round of applause for all of us? Life is a learning process, and irrespective of the fact whether we win a show or not, it's what we draw out of it. So congratulations to all the team. Just to be a bit clarified on all the points, for round 5, that is the rapid fire round, Pine Mount scored 50 out of 50. That's answering each and every question in 1 minute. Team B was able to open this score. Team C scored all participants. Congratulations. With this, I would like to thank each and every support of our online. Hello, viewers. Very sorry for the small technical issue that we had, but just to close it all down, thank you once again to each and everyone, all the viewers, our participants, and on behalf of the National Health Mission, Government of India, I hope that all our viewers has taken one or two things new that we know about coronavirus and what we must do and play our part in understanding this. This is your quiz master, Sonia Langste, signing off until we meet again for our next episode. Thank you.
Do you know the COVID-19 disease can be stopped by you and me? Together, we can do this. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth as much as possible. Wash your hands with soap more frequently. Maintain social distancing and keep a distance of at least 6 feet apart. Most importantly, wear double mask at all times. One surgical mask and a cloth mask on top. If you have symptoms like cough, fever, diarrhea, fatigue, shortness of breath, or loss of taste and smell, contact your nearest health center immediately, or you can call the toll-free number 14410 for any assistance.
Issued in public interest by National Health Mission, Government of Meghalaya. During this period of uncertainty, we would like to say thank you to all our frontline workers